We were a group of students starting in the spring, and we were creating a virtual reality for William Peace, a virtual reality experience.
With a lot of our other departments here, we sometimes try to kind of work together, create kind of collaborative projects. So I talked to the marketing team and said, what kind of VR project do you may have in mind? And they kind of left it up to me and the team. It's like, well, what about some kind of welcome center kind of thing for admissions and generating ideas for new students to come in?
We want to explain what William Peace was, but in an interactive way. So we create a bunch of interesting interactions and places and objects to use and explore William Peace.
The students really took to the project in general. They worked really well together. They jumped on it from the first day and started building what the visuals were going to look like, how the player was going to interact with the game.
We first started by looking at the actual physical location of the Welcome Center and kind of taking reference photos, videos, and whatnot of every object that was in it, how it was laid out. We started on a process of drawing out diagrams and then eventually worked up to actually building out our level.
And then kind of taking all of that and applying our own creativity and thought process into it so that we can make something both gamified but also still informative. So it was kind of that process of what would the user actually enjoy and what would actually be worthwhile of an experience.
So I had never touched Unreal really before that, besides doing basic level design. I had never programmed in Unreal or really made any complete game. So definitely learned a lot of new things as well as how to work in VR.
We learned a lot about both VR development, and the college and its goals.
They communicated really well together. They use Google Meets and scheduling software throughout the whole semester.
I learned quite a bit about modeling, how to use reference images to really encapsulate what the reality of the Welcome Center looked like, as well as programming in VR to make it accessible for people to use.
They really learned a lot, of course technically, about using the game engine, using the software, but I think they really learned more about kind of how to work well together and kind of how to build an effective project in the end of it.